here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin powder, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl BondyBlue, and I'm back for another reality show live recap. We're gonna get into couples retreats. It was the finale, so it was like 2 episodes. We compressed, girl. We brought it down. So I'm gonna try not to stay on this one show for too long, because we absolutely have to then move on to the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta of it all. But before we get into that, I wanted to show you guys. Wait a minute. Let me find it. Hold up. Where'd it go? There we go. Hold up. Okay, so just a reminder, you guys, okay, y'all know I told y'all about the retreat November 1st through 9th with Reset by Design Wellness. We'll be going to Ghana, okay, for 9 days, 8 nights. We're going to be staying at a 5-star hotel, an all-inclusive resort, and a beachfront resort, girl, okay? So it's going to be real cute. Round trip airport transportation. You got to pay for your own plane ticket though, girl, okay? But the best part for me is the African ancestry reveal, because you're going to do the African ancestry test, and then we're going to do a big like dinner reveal so you can find out which region do your ancestors come from. And it's just, informational purposes, girl. I'm just curious. I really want to know. But there are going to be a whole bunch of other things going on, perks, travel. We're going to be going to different places. There's a cooking class. There's a hour massage you can get. There's a beach bonfire, girl. It's going to be an experience. Okay. So I want all y'all that, can come to hurry up and go on and get to it, because we're running out of time. Okay, so make sure you guys go to resetbydesignwellness.com and go ahead and get your tickets, girl, because I want y'all to come when we go to Ghana. Okay, I want y'all to come. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into couples retreats. Okay, so it was good. I'm gonna give them that. Like, I think they wrap things up nicely. I think the overall show and all of the exercises and the conversations that they're having are very important, right? Like, come on, we, okay, listen, girl, you gotta look within, girl. You gotta tap within, girl. Okay. So Kendra and Jock talk about how she has to take responsibility for her triggers. Jock says that he won't allow her to trigger him anymore either. I didn't like his wording of that, but I know what he meant. So Kendra has spent a lot of time being super duper angry about the way she has decided to stay with Jock, regardless to him having babies on her, embarrassing her publicly, cheating on her, this all being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and just being on social media and on the blogs as a whole. This has been incredibly embarrassing. I myself have done commentary on Kendra, calling her a fool. So I absolutely understand how all of this commentary, all of everybody's opinions about her can make her feel bad about her choice to stay in a relationship. But I've always said, At the end of the day, what's between two people is between two people, and that don't have nothing to do with me. So while I might be on the outside looking in, watching you be dumb, I still feel like if you feel like you know better than me, and I hope you do because it's your life, then you make whatever decision you want to make and you move forward knowing that this is my life, this is my decision. If I want to be with this man and I feel like I've waited and it's good for me, I'm going to be with this man. And don't feel no way about anybody else's commentary or their opinions on your decision, because only you can live your life. Only you can prevent forest fires. Okay. Now, Jock, you need to grow up, because the idea that her anger can force you to then be petty with her when the only reason she feels like this is because of your lack of respect and self-control, right? Because if you had respect for her, if you had real self-control, you would have put a condom on your penis when you had sex with that young woman who you got pregnant right before y'all got married. You would have thought, I don't want this to go down like this. So let me make sure, especially considering the fact that you probably made this mistake several times. Several times, you've probably had children that you were not necessarily hoping to gain in the relationships, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Jock wanted all those kids because Jock wanted to prove that his penis worked, and having all those kids by all those different women shows other men that Jock's penis works. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is that his ability to be able to dip back in these women's lives, have all of them come on the show to argue about him. Then you got the new girl fighting over him. Like then having Kendra come in and wanting to have kumbaya and take deep breaths and have meetings with all of the kids' moms and you know, orchestrating shit. All of that for him. All of that for him. And that makes him feel like he's a big man because he has all of these women that are showcasing how they are willing to be in an imbalanced relationship with him. And that makes other men look at him and feel like Jock is the shit. It's going down. Okay. A lot of men have respect for Jock because Jock has been able not only to be successful in music and then, you know, flip that over into the radio and a reality TV show and now, you know, kind of on the blogs and stuff like that. He's been able to continue to flip his opportunities, which is absolutely great for him. He didn't get stuck in a sunken place. But the way he has put a lot of intention on using women in order to obtain his status and then being unfair with them. You know what I'm saying? Like not keeping it a buck about the fact that you know that you are requiring something from Kendra that you can't give her. Kendra can't go and have a baby on you and then you're still going to stick beside her. So it is imbalanced at its core that she's going to give more. She's going to allow more. And in that way, y'all love is selfish and not really about her. So it annoys me sometimes when the women have wrapped themselves up in their anger like it's a blanket that can protect them while still simultaneously being in a relationship and kind of being re-traumatized over and over again because you stay in the relationship with somebody who you sometimes don't know if you can trust and who also does things in the media that will bring those stories back to you. Him being online, talking about other people's problems will then bring back up the things he's done. And so then she has to be reminded if she's paying attention or if somebody decides to at her. And trust me, somebody always wants to at you. Okay? So yeah, I still feel like we're living in a world where women are recognizing that they're making some deep internal sacrifice in a relationship. And what I mean by that is they're giving something up that they're not getting in return, and they know that. And they feel like that's their lot in life as the endless source, as the one who can do it, to be the one that pours into and loves someone who they know is undeserving and won't give them that same in return. But they get a little bit what they want out of this system, and that's what they weigh. She weighs that most of you are not going to have his ambition. You're not going to have his intention. You're not going to have his intensity. You're not going to have his open-mindedness. Because Jock may be closed-minded about women and all of those things, but Jock is a person that likes to try new things sexually and in his life. He is someone that will acclimate wherever he is. And because Jock can acclimate wherever he is more valuable than most men that cannot have conversations in different rooms. They can't, mutate or get comfortable in every space that they're in. Okay, that was always something I really loved about my husband, his ability to be himself in whatever space that he's in, around whoever he's around, from millionaires to basic ass people. His energy is consistent, as I am who I am, and I'm good in that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, we have our moments where as people, we are firm in who we are. We know who we are, and then life tests us, and we have to be, am I really this person? Until you get the opportunities, to prove who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with Jock and Kendra, it's just one of those stories where he don't deserve her. You know that she is dumbing herself down to be with him. She is, taking less than she deserves in some space to be with him. But that is the contract that she signed. And she just has to be comfortable in that. She has to be, secure in the fact that in this life, the decision that she made, which she knows is not 100% being reciprocated to her in the same way, is still good enough for her in this space at this time. And that's cool. That's fine. Because life gonna life. So at the end of the day, I feel like most women that are in relationships with men, and those men, are somewhat good men. And I say somewhat because they can do things outside of what the normal, the 68 or so % of y'all can do. So when women find those men, like, you fuck good and you make money and you actually want to be with me, so you want to marry me, you want to be in a relationship with me, you may want to have sex with other people, but you value me as a person that you actually want to be in your space and grow and experience things with in a certain manner, then she's going to feel like that's worth it for her. And I'm honestly, like, I have no ill feelings towards Jock and Kendra in their relationship. I don't. I actually feel like, I hope that he continues to grow as a person so that she can continue to be surprised by their relationship. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like there's room to grow. I do feel like there's room for men to open up their minds if they're willing to do that. I think most of the time that's a decision that you make versus something that naturally comes to you. You have to make the decision that I'm going to be open-minded. I'm going to be more, attentive to my woman's feelings and understanding where she's coming from and actually listening to her, versus how I've been socialized to ignore her or only listen to her enough to gain what I need to manipulate her into getting what I want out of her. And then I'm not listening anymore. A lot of y'all do that. I have absolutely experienced having great long ass conversations with no sex involved with a guy. And then as soon as we had sex, you don't have shit to talk about anymore. Amazing. Amazing. My question is for Kendra. Did this man ever articulate that he was going to show up any different than his current iteration? He has shown sexual irresponsibility. What was her expectation? I don't know. And I feel like she wasn't thinking about it. I don't know if they actually had those conversations about what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. What are the boundaries? And that's because I tell y'all all the time, Black people don't know what boundaries are. Like, as a whole, Black people do not, and I say Black people because we've specifically had all of our boundaries crossed. Like the way people feel like they can touch our hair, the way people feel like they're entitled to our bodies or for us to be of service to them in this society. Like, it's a lot of entitlement to our bodies as Black people. So specifically, and to our, anything about us, everybody feels entitled to. Okay, we can't have nothing. Everybody feels like whatever is innate to us, they can come and take from it. So because of that, I feel like we really don't understand boundaries the way other, ethnicities of people experience boundaries. You can't just do any old thing to everybody. the way you can do it to Black people. So I feel like it's time to start reinforcing boundaries, for real. And that starts in your everyday life, in your relationships with your partner, with your parents, with your friends, with the family members. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. That's how I feel. Okay, Fallon. Fallon is re-traumatized by Simon and Portia announcing their wedding on social media because people are always comparing Simon and Jalen. And let's not forget that the whole ordeal, I'm sure, was very hurtful to her. Okay, you know, a woman I befriend, and now you her and going on vacations, and I'm at the house taking care of the kids by myself, and you just like me. Okay, child, listen. Simon and Portia over there sucking each other dry. Okay, I would like to know what's really going on in a household, girl, for real. I would love to see how two narcissistic personalities, like the two of them, like how is that gonna play over time? What does that look like on a day-to-day basis? Because all of that sweet and sugar that they pour on shit all the time on Instagram, yeah, no, we all know that that's not real all the time. So I'm very curious to see what their negative interactions look like, because we didn't even see that on the reality show. We saw her fight Dennis and his mama, but we didn't see anything as it pertains to Dennis' daddy, Simon, having, you know, a negative interaction with Portia. So anyway, Breezy and Chris sit down with AJ. Chris's son thought that Breezy was a man at first. He was cool after he realized that she was in fact a woman, and they, you know, all grew to have a great bond together. The son really loves Breezy, and we already know what it is because Breezy is going to assume the position as the father mother, like a lot of, oh, excuse me, a lot of lesbian women that had to take care of their mothers. Okay. Hi. And it's so funny because I'm also literally thinking about a friend of mine. Well, I don't know if I would call her that right now. Whatever the hell she is, she's an ex-girlfriend. Okay, we'll say it like that. My ex-girlfriend is one of these people. You know what I'm saying? They get into a relationship with a woman that has children, and they assume the responsibility of not only a father figure somewhat as the more masculine figure, but they also assume a more responsible role than the mother. So it's coming from the place of having a mother that didn't have a lot of help, that probably didn't have a village. So what happens? She cracks under the pressure in one way or another, having to handle 3 children or however many children by herself. I think Breezy said she had 2 brothers. So 3 children. So Breezy, as a child, as a young girl, already realizes that she has to now take some ownership of responsibility in this household when her father decided to run and escape his responsibility. So now the example of a damn girl child being more responsible and accountable than a grown ass man. And I also understand this from my perspective as feeling like, because my parents had a, tumultuous, like loving, yes, but abusive, toxic relationship in the way he would sometimes talk to her and treat her. So I have to sit and listen as the person that physically just came out of this woman's body. This is the person who I am closest to, even though I'm very close to my father too. I fell asleep on his chest too. Listen to his heartbeat often too. Okay. But at the same time, the relationship that my mother has with me comes from a place of like patience. So I'm closer with her. So I now have to hear you talking to her crazy all the time. So what am I going to do? I'm going to assume the position of defender, because you're now putting me in the position to have to feel like I need to defend her. So once that happens, now I'm no longer really a child in this situation. I'm another party involved that feels they need to take some type of responsibility in whatever dysfunction is playing out in front of me. That's what Breezy did. That's what my homegirl did. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting Because what it does is it teaches you at a very young age to take responsibility that should not be yours, to take on other people's weight that should not be on your shoulders, and to also take care of everybody so much that when you're in a space with somebody that allows you to do that, they will fall into allowing you to do everything because that's easy for them, and it's easier for you to just take control and do everything because that's what you've always done. I already told y'all that's how I felt was what was happening with Breezy and Chris, because it very much happens in my own relationship with my husband, because he's the type of person to let you do these things. So if you gonna take control, he gonna just let you take control because he laid back. He don't, go ahead. So what did I have to learn how to do? I had to learn how to say, no, I'm not doing this. You need to do this, and this needs to get done. So what are you going to do? Okay. Thank God. Now we're a little bit more balanced in this situation. But at first, it was very much, you allow me to do it, I'm going to do it. So when AJ talks to them and tells Breezy that she has to give Chris the space to speak for herself, to make her own decisions, to have her own complaints, and to express them in the way that she wants to. Stop feeling like you're taking over to protect her, because she doesn't need your protection in that way. You're stopping her from growing. So allow her the space to do her own thing, figure her own shit out, express herself, so that she can be fully in her power, and you don't have to give her your power. You can keep some of it for yourself, because you don't even realize how tiring it is that you may not get upset for yourself, Breezy, but you'll get upset on her behalf. And I know that feeling so very, very well. Because one of the first things I noticed about my husband was that I loved him the way I loved my mother, meaning that I felt defensive of him, looking at him as a person, watching him walk around in the world, being like a good person, being naturally kind to people, and not looking for anything in return, which is not very usual of men. Okay. But this is the type of person that my husband was raised to be. And people will take advantage of that. Like I watched them do with my mother. My mother is a super nice person, always extends herself to people. People want to take advantage. People want to misuse her because she's an endless well of grace. And now I'm watching it and I don't fucking like it. So now the same defensiveness that I would have of my mother, I then gave it to my husband. And I had to start pulling back on that. You really have to be conscious of it when you're like an empath and all of that type of stuff, because you will naturally assume defense of people, and you really need to let them protect themselves and you protect yourself. Not to say that that's always the case, because there are always going to be times where I'm going to, if I can catch it and you don't see it, then I'm going to do that. That's still protection. You know what I'm saying? I have your back in the way that you can't handle things, and you have my back in the way that I don't want to handle, I can't handle things. Yeah. Then we have each other's back. But the way people like myself and Breezy, my mother, like the way we would extend our power to people like a fucking Power Ranger and just take it from ourselves constantly and without thought is a problem. Lack of boundaries. And you end up tying yourself out. Okay? My manager's like, I always get mad because people don't appreciate him and what he does for them. And that's where the boundaries got to come in place. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. He must be a Libra. Yes. Yes, he is. He is a Libra. That's too funny. Yeah, totally identify with that. Can't have a bleeding heart for everyone. Had the same dynamics with my own mother. It's a lesson in boundaries and energy preservation. It is. It absolutely is. And it's so funny because it's something that I literally was just talking to Lyric about. I was like, Lyric, you have got to stop seeing. So he'll see my honesty as me seeing the negative in everybody. And he's like, well, I feel like I just don't see, the bad in people as much as you do. And I'm like, it's not that you thinking about it in a different way than I am. I'm not thinking about it like I'm seeing the bad in everybody, but I just feel like if I'm honest about what I'm seeing in you, then my expectations of you won't be skewed. You can't manipulate me into thinking you're going to give or do or say more than you really are, because I can see you for who you are. It doesn't mean that I'm now going to treat you badly. It doesn't mean I'm just dismissing your existence. No. But it means that I see who you are, so now I can handle you accordingly, versus viewing everybody like they're good, or I'm gonna find the good in everybody. And no, that's not realistic, and that's not true, because most of the time people are only coming to you to use you, especially if you're a resource. They're not coming to you out the goodness of their heart all the time. It's because they can get something from you. And a lot of people are coming to ask, but they're not coming to offer anything in return. So you got to pay attention to the fact that you can't keep extending your grace to people. No, see them for who they are. And then if they surprise you, then let them surprise you. But stop thinking that they're going to be better than what you're seeing from them because you don't want to see the bad in people. I'm going to keep my expectations of you motherfuckers real low when I already see evidence that I shouldn't have high expectations with you. So Breezy is definitely coming into that herself. But it was so funny because I was like, Breezy is Coop. And I peeped that from the beginning. I was like, she is Coop. Because Coop's character is somebody that's always putting themselves in harm's way to protect other people, even when those people don't want to protect themselves. Coop's whole storyline was getting shot and getting Spencer caught up because he was trying to protect her, because she was trying to protect another one of their friends that wanted to be in the street. There are some people that you cannot protect from themselves, and you're going to have to let them self-destruct or figure it out. You're going to have to let them, because you can't save everybody. And the reason why and I'm coming to this even more, you can't save everybody, especially men in these situations, because it was a man on the show. You can't save men a lot of the times because they don't want to listen to women. I had a friend that I will, be talking to him, and, we have conversations like, well, da-da-da-da-da. I will be telling him right. But because I'm a woman, he might hear me out, hear my perspective, but he gonna argue with me on something. He might later think about it and determine on his own that he wants to take my advice. But for the most part, he will have an initial block to anything I say because I'm a woman. We're not cool anymore. Okay? We're not cool anymore. But it was still something I noticed over the course of our relationship, how I could be telling you right, but you don't want to hear it from me because I'm a woman. So now all of a sudden what I'm saying can't possibly be true. As I've gotten older, I've realized that people just don't want to hear the truth a lot of the time because they like to stay in a space of complaining about everything. They don't actually want to fix the problem. They just want to be able to complain to you and suck your energy dry and feel rejuvenated after they've unloaded on you. That's the only thing they want. They don't want to fix the problem. And I feel like if you want somebody to unload your problems onto, you need to find a fucking therapist, because people need to be paid for that type of energy giving. Okay, I'm sorry. People need to be paid for that. Now, as a friend, you want to give me some of it and I can give you advice. But when you come into me constantly taking and taking and taking and you ain't giving shit, you need a therapist. You don't need a friend. Okay? AJ's advice to Chris: stop seeing yourself as a target and be grateful for the push. Excellent advice. Excellent advice. Because I'm going through like this kind of mental metamorphosis right now. And I realized that this morning, there's so many ways to think about something. And my therapist will keep saying, stop thinking that things are happening to you. Instead, think that they're happening for you. Even the bad things are being brought to your attention so that you can figure something out, so that you can gain some experience, some intelligence from that situation for the next situation, for whatever the next thing to come is, right? And as I've come to this place, I've realized almost every bad experience that I think I've ever had has probably led me to where I am now and where I pull from when I give my commentary, right? So when I'm looking at this situation with AJ and Chris constantly had, even Breezy, they both had a resistance, but especially Chris had a resistance to anything AJ was offering, as if listening to AJ or allowing herself to fully come into her power was in some way going to hurt her relationship. So she would see any advice, any push, any bring up of something negative or uncomfortable as a bad thing, as her, needing to defend herself. And it's like, no, 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 no. Even if it is a bad thing, sit with it. Try to understand it, because you might learn where it's coming from. And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people, y'all don't want to really dig deep. Y'all don't want to really think too hard about nothing. You don't. Okay? So when it comes time and shit happens in your life, you want to just move on from it. Instead, how did you get here? Why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a person you ended up in a relationship with, what about this person didn't I like? Write it down. Write down the bad qualities and the good qualities. And then I want you to make a list of the things in that person that was good or bad that you saw in a previous relationship. Compare and contrast. Because if you're picking the same type of person, if you're going through the same type of shit, you haven't learned. So that's why you're going to keep seeing that type of person. You're going to keep coming in contact with fucked up people until you start to see yourself differently. When you see yourself differently, then you'll start to attract different. But you have to be able to sit down and look at it and think about it and go through the motions and write the shit down so you can be clear on it. And a lot of people don't want to take the time to do that. So they're going to keep repeating the same mistakes, the same relationships, the same cycle over and over and over again. Thank you, Shakia, for the super chat. You're giving me a whole therapy session I missed. Child, listen. I had talked to my therapist before I got up here. Okay, shout out to the text messages that we can send. Thank you for the super chat. So they did an exercise, healing in the wilderness, which I love this, right? I love this because I feel like one of the best experiences recently that me and my husband had was when we did those like little cabins in the woods that they have all over the country, those little small, like they have a property, all these little different little small tiny houses, and they sit in the middle of the wilderness. You got your little fire pit. You can look on my Instagram. Y'all know I posted reels from when me and Lyric did it. We did it New Year's. Okay, we did it New Year's, and we was out in the middle of the woods with just us and the dogs, and it was really nice. Like, it was really grounding, and I love watching Lyric like cook shit on fire. Like it's really fun to watch Lyric just kind of like, really be out in the woods and shit, making a fucking fire and then cooking lobster on a fire and all of that. Child, it was really, really nice. So I enjoyed that. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, we got to do that again. Because it really does something for you to kind of get away from everybody, get away from distractions, and be in nature unobstructed. It's something very peaceful, grounding, and it just, I don't know why, but it just helps. It just really helps. I don't know about everybody else, but I have really gotten into the habit of, throughout my day, going outside. It's hot as hell, but I'm gonna go outside and sit on the patio for a little while just so I can get some sun, just so I can be outside for a moment, and then I'll come back inside. It just does something for me. The change of atmosphere, being outside, it just does something for me, girl. So I love this. The exercise, they had this guy named Hakeem who said that he was naked in the wilderness on a mountain, and he realized that life brings so many distractions. And when you're out in this space by yourself, you can really start to focus internally, because all you hear is your own voice. All you have is the things you have to accomplish and the voice in your own head. A lot of people can't deal with that type of silence. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with it, but just not for no long ass time. I need to hear somebody else's voice at some point, child. But anyway, they have to build a fire with one match. Okay, Breezy jumps into action. Big ass kid running all over the place, getting sticks and the stuff that they need. Jock knows exactly how to do this because Jock has lived in the wilderness before. I don't know if y'all remember on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He had a tree house in the middle of the woods, and he had his alpacas and all of that shit, which honestly, I love Jock for that. I remember when he came back after the whole situation with Carly, and he was in the woods and in his big ass tree house, and I was like, damn, Jock, that's fire. And that's why I was like, you know, Jock does have his redeeming qualities, and I think it's because he's so open to other aspects of life that a lot of men may not be as open to in this time, in this society. Like, you know, black men from the city don't normally want to go out into the country like that. A lot of country dudes already have that, you know what I'm saying? They can get their good feels from being outside and all of that. But I remember that damn treehouse that Jock had, and I just always loved him for that. That shit was so so cool. Remind me of Now and Then, girl. I'm gonna have to add Now and Then to the Now That We're Grown list because that's one of my favorite movies, and I think they just put it on Prime for me to buy. Okay. Anyway, so Jock knew exactly how to make the fire. All Kendra had to do was help him. Kendra was so damn calm. I was like, is Kendra just calm now, or is she on some type of antidepressant? Like, I don't know what's going on, but Kendra is calm. Okay, and cool as a damn fan out here. Okay, I loved it though. Kendra was turned on by watching Jock do those outside things. And I was like, because she likes the fact that he knows how to do shit, especially knows how to do shit that she don't know how to do. And I'm the same type of woman. Because that was something that I appreciated in my father. My father was very smart, book smart, street smart, knew how to shoot, knew how to hunt, knew how to cut up a dead animal. Like, it's all kind of shit. He was the navigator. He driving everywhere. Where we going? He gonna pick and tell us what we doing. He the one that's gonna put together the budget. Like, he was just the person that just had so many different talents about himself that he would just be very like good at doing a lot of different things. And so as a woman, when you see a man that can do all of these different things, especially something that can save you, like starting a damn fire in the middle of the wilderness, child, that is a turn on. But I also need for you to be able to do it for yourself, because what if the nigga, get caught in a bear trap or some shit like that? You're gonna have to make the fire yourself. Okay, so still learn how to do it yourself. But yes, it's so nice that you got a man that can do that for you. Okay. Apollo was having the same situation with Shireen. Apollo is also somebody that's, been out in the country and know how to do all of those things. So he was handling, you know what I'm saying? He was handling shit out there. And then he was quiet the whole time. Child, Apollo being quiet and just doing shit is very attractive. I get it. I absolutely get it. Okay. He had his tight shirt on. His muscles was real nice. He wasn't saying nothing disrespectful. He wasn't saying nothing stupid. And he just was doing what was required. And I liked that. I was like, yeah, that's the space that you would want to fuck him. You got to get that nigga something to do all the time. Like, he gonna have a list of things to do, because if not, he gonna run your ass crazy. When he's able to be up here, it's not a good thing. When he can be in his hands and just executing what he knows he needs to do, much better person to deal with. Okay. Fallon and Jalen failed at this situation. And as soon as they didn't get the fire, Fallon goes, "You idiot. This is a representation of our relationship." And she was joking, but it was a way to get her frustration out in a joking manner. And I understood that. I understood that you were joking and you didn't really want him to feel the hurt from your words. That's why you turned it into a joke, but you still needed to get it out. And she's still a little frustrated from the Portia and Simon situation. Know that. Absolutely recognize and know that in that moment, it wasn't even really about Jalen not making the fire happen. It was about the fact that she was frustrated in general. And now that we haven't been able to accomplish this in this moment, I'm now going to let my anger from all of it kind of just come out at you, but I'm going to be passive aggressive about it. And it hurt his feelings. And everybody around kind of was like, damn, bitch, why you have to call them an idiot like that? Like, it was still the way she said it that let us know there was some truth to it, which is why I appreciated Tony calling her out and saying that on some level you had to really feel that way in order for you to say that to him. Because if you really think he's the smartest person that you know, then say that. Don't say the opposite, because he's in a sensitive space. So because he's in a sensitive space, you have to be careful with your words. And that's another thing. That's another thing. A lot of women, I feel like we only have our words. We can't hit you. We can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't really beat your ass like that. At least most of us are not trying to fight no damn man. Okay. So we know we can't physically overpower you. We know we can't make you do what we want you to do all the time, especially if you're not in a space of being ruled by our vaginas, because you're not always in a space to be ruled by our vaginas. Okay. We see how she was over there begging for the dick that he wouldn't give to her. Okay. So with Fallon and Jalen, I feel like Fallon needs to be by herself. I can't say it enough. You need to be by yourself, sis, because, and I think there are a lot of women like that. And I think men use when women are like that as a reason for why it should be okay for them to abuse you, because there are women that will talk to, you know, a man like this. And it's like, yeah, but that woman is only talking to him like that because at some point there was a man talking to her like that. See what I'm saying? So yeah, hurt people hurt people. So we can always reach back and find somebody else to try to blame. But in the moment, you as his woman, you as the person that says you want to be married to him, need to be careful with your words and be more cognitive of the space that he's in. Just saying. And that's coming from a person that really don't like to mince words, that feels like I understand how men always want you to, oh, it's the way you say it. Yeah, that's true. So I'm not going to call you an idiot. I'm not going to say words to you that I don't want you to say to me, but I'm still going to tell your ass the truth. And if you don't like the truth, then you don't like the truth. But I don't have to insult you for real in order to just be honest with you. So that's what women are going to have to like understand the difference. You can be honest with somebody and not insult them. And that absolves you from any of that bullshit of, oh, watch your words, your tone. No. Because a lot of men like to use that on some bullshit. Like you saw when Maurice and Kimmy got into that conversation and she was like, I don't want any extra. Just answer the question. Years and years of this man circling the airport to never really answer the question so that he doesn't have to truthfully answer it, because he knows if he's truthful, he won't be able to get what he wants out of her. So he's always in the space of manipulating her when she's trying to have upfront, honest, analytical conversations with somebody that claims they're unemotional and so logical. But you can't have an honest conversation without playing semantics and oh, women, when you talk to us like this. So that's why, as a woman, you have to be able to take your deep breath. You have to be able to think. Now, would I want to be called the idiot in this moment? No. Okay. So I'm going to not call him an idiot. I'm going to take a breath. That's what she could have done. Now, in moments when these niggas actually doing something to you, handle them with the truth, sis. The truth and nothing else. The truth and nothing else. Y'all, we about to take a break right quick. No, we not. I'm gonna come to y'all later with that. Because I don't want to break up the content. But there was this video that was posted. I think it was on Spiritual Word, one of them toxic ass sites, where the baby mama is in her bathroom brushing her wig, and her baby daddy is recording her with the hopes that, you know, publicizing the fact that she is having a sexual relationship with his brother. He's thinking that that's going to shame her, but she has no shame because she was very cut and dry. And in all honesty, I wasn't mad at her. She said, we have a child together. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your wife. I owe you no loyalty. We are not together. He was like, yeah, but I pay the rent. She was like, you don't pay the rent. You pay some. And there are other things that need to be paid for around here. He was like, I brought $2,500 over here. She said, and your brother bought $5,000 over here. And guess what? I'm not mad at sis. I'm not mad. Y'all are not together. You want her to give you loyalty that you don't give to her. And you're mad because she chose your brother. And I know everybody won't feel like, oh, that's so messed up. Why? Why is that so messed up? And I'm going to tell you why it's not messed up. Because you know, dudes will go with your sister. They will go with your friend. They will do it. To me, there's something in their relationship that he showed her that she's only the mother of his child, and he don't really care about her like that. He don't care about her as a person. He don't care about her as a friend. Her only job is to make sure his child lives to see another day. That's her only job. So if that's her only job is your baby mama, then she has no expectation whatsoever to not fuck your brother and start a relationship with him, considering that that's in the proximity. That's in her proximity. Now, if he want to be mad at his brother, that's fine. But you're not mad at your brother. Why you not mad at your brother? Because you don't mind sharing pussy with your brother. You just don't like the fact that your brother put her in a position where it is more than just, oh, I'm just fucking her. Nah, he providing for her. She was combing her wig out and flat ironing her wig so she can go and meet the brother. But I was not upset with her at all, because to me it sounded like you wanted loyalty for a discount. And now you're mad that you're not getting what you're not giving. I thought it was fair game. Y'all ain't friends anyway, baby. Y'all just share a child. That's it. I need that video. I'm going to come back. Listen, y'all, I'm going to do a whole BondyBlue show tomorrow. And when I tell y'all I'm doing 2 BondyBlue shows tomorrow, I'm doing one for everybody, and then I'm doing one for my members only right after. Okay? And I got a whole bunch of topics. And that video right there is on my list. Okay? Because I need to give y'all some commentary on that one, girl. That shit was entertaining. Yeah. Y'all know anything that's on Instagram is on TikTok. Okay, everything gets put on all of the platforms, y'all. That's how we make it out here. We put everything on all of the platforms. Look. They saw it on Twitter. Saw it on Twitter. Oh my God, I love now and then. Right now and then. Don't have to look back. Now and then. Now. Listen, y'all want to talk about white people made a good soundtrack, bitch? That now and then soundtrack was everything back in the day, girl. But I'm gonna put that on my list. Child, I might do Claudine and Now That We're Grown next week. We'll see how everything works out. Listen, membership is where it's at. All right, y'all better get into it. Look, I saw it on YouTube. Listen, I love women when they be on that side. Exactly, because there ain't no bullshit involved. You just mad that you're not able to continue to trick them. Child, I figured that out a long time ago. I done told y'all many times about the dude that thought he was, tricking me. And when it was like, I just want the dick, sir. And you don't want to give it because you playing games with me. So I'm going to call another nigga to come give me the dick in front of your face. Yeah. Because your job tonight was to take me out and then fuck me. That was your job. And you're not doing your job. So now in front of your face, I'm going to call somebody else to do the job that you can't seem to handle. He was real upset. He was real upset. He felt like I was a hoe after that. I said, I'm a hoe. Now, mind you, the whole time you've been fucking me, waiting on your girlfriend / baby mama to come back into the picture. But you didn't tell me that. Because if you would have told me that, I wouldn't have been tripping. But you wanted me to care about you a little bit more. So you was trying to trick me. When really, it could have been very much transactional. But you wanted to get more out of that situation than you were willing to give me. I learned a lot in that little 5-minute relationship that I had. Learned a lot. It was like, okay, none of that shit is ever going to happen again. None of that shit. Nigga, you caught me at a time when I was very, very vulnerable. Okay? So anyway, y'all, everybody had to build shelters after they built the fires. Thank God Tony went off and talked to Jalen, so he was able to have, that moment. This is one thing I noticed about that moment that I really wanted to point out to you guys before we move on to the next thing, which was that they were being physically affectionate towards Jalen. And I feel like that was so important. Excuse me, y'all. Damn Canada Dry. That was so important. When Jalen was having that moment of feeling like I didn't have a father to show me how to do these things. And it's like, child, some of these niggas don't know how to do this anyway. Okay, some of these niggas don't even know how to start a fire. So don't even think that if you had the nigga, he might have taught you how to do that. I really think we should get out of this space of making people feel like they should have had a dad. If he wasn't there, you didn't need him. Sorry. If he was not there, then you did not need him. So now let's figure out how we can give boy children what they need to survive in life without men being around. Because if you're not going to be around, I'm not begging you to be around. I'm not running after you to be around. I'm not going to even make it that easy for you to be around, because it shouldn't be easy to be in my child's life if you're not really going to be there. The idea, oh, well, y'all always making it hard. Yeah, it should be hard because it is hard. And you want to be able to have the easiest job at the hardest thing, and it's never going to fucking happen, sir. It's never going to happen. So either you're going to sink, you're going to swim, you're going to do, you not, you're going to stay, you're going to run, you're going to be responsible, or you not. That's it. And that's on you. That's on you. Anybody that's telling you anything different, oh, the baby mama, bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Because when Dwayne Wade didn't want to deal with his baby mama no more, that nigga went to court and got the child taken away from her. So when they want their kids, they can get their kids. And don't think it's just when they got money, because it ain't just when they got money. Chocolate Dog, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna become a member because I feel left out and I don't like that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you, April, for becoming a member. Thank you. I love y'all. Okay, right. Jalen was born in 2000s. I don't even think they had the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that they had back in the day to help them kids learn how to do stuff like that, like Boy Scouts and all of that. Back in the day, you had no daddy around. Put that damn little boy in Boy Scouts or some shit like that, where he can learn and be around other men. They need more stuff like that. The men that actually do want to help these kids, there needs to be more like national like groups where the men come and help with the children that don't have fathers. The men that actually want to be responsible, that actually want to give to the community in that way and help these young men that don't have fathers in their lives. Y'all need to like form Boy Scouts for Black boys, but y'all also need to stop seeing that as an opportunity to continue the misogyny. Because the one thing I have noticed is when you men do those things, you also don't teach those boys the other side of things. You don't teach them how to adequately be responsible in relationships with women. You just teach them how to take care of themselves and be out for self. But you don't teach them how to really like be in community in a healthy way with women. And that's why I feel like, yeah, and it needs to be more than Big Brother. Like it needs to be, no, it needs to be like group of 2 to 4 men with group of 10 boys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can take a few. You see who you like to, because every kid ain't gonna connect to every adult. So that's why you need as many of them niggas as you can. Okay, background checks. Check and see what relationships they have with the women in their lives. Do they take care of their own fucking kids? You need to have a checklist of things. Make sure they're not pedophiles. Okay? Go through the list, but you got to make sure that there are men involved that are not going to be misogynistic. And that is where it's so hard to find that. Because most of the men that have the pride to want to do that a lot of the times are misogynistic, and they're only doing it from a space of wanting to see the young men retain power, not helping them actually be better in the society that they're in. Yeah, teach them little shit, but it's all about get your power, retain your power, keep this power that we're giving to you. Don't let the bitches take it. Okay, so don't treat them equal. Only do for them when you can get something from them. Like, and be chivalrous when you want to fuck them, or when you want them to be your little girlfriend. Be real. Y'all don't teach them the things that they really need to know to be in a society. You teach them the things you think are important from your skewed point of view. So anyway, y'all. But they need to do that more often in the community. Poor little Jalen, he needed a moment. I'm glad Tony was there to both provide the sound advice and to also be physically affectionate. But it was the same thing with AJ and Fallon. AJ held her hand and told her that she knows she didn't necessarily mean to hurt his feelings. But if you know he's in a sensitive space while we're here, then your words need to always be kind, or you need to be very mindful of your words because you don't know the space that he's in. Meaning, don't be out here saying mean shit under the guise of a joke when you know that this man is in a sensitive space. have reverence for his feelings the way you want him to have reverence for yours. You know what I'm saying? What is CSA? I don't know what that means. My son is in something like that. His barber has something that shows the boys how to fix and build things. I like that. I like that. But with that, Marlo, be careful of the conversations they're having about girls. Because in those same spaces where they teach those boys how to build shit, they also be teaching them how to finesse and take pussy. Just saying. So, you know, it hustles sometimes. So what y'all be talking about? You know what I'm saying? What y'all be talking about? Right. We don't need any more Silases, any more Maurices, any more Marceaus, any more Martels. We don't, you know, Anthony's. Like, we don't need no more of y'all. We don't need no more of y'all. Y'all ain't it. I know y'all think y'all are, but y'all ain't it. Okay? Let's see. Jalen is fragile. He has way more life to experience. He ain't nowhere near the level of maturity, growth, and self-worth to be this image that he and Fallon desire. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So they have a healing session with a shaman, y'all. I've been talking about this show too long. God damn it. AJ brings in Jen, a shamanic psychic medium. Fat Boy eventually saw that. Listen, y'all know I told y'all I've been watching a lot of the Queen Maker. Excuse me, Princella Clark, right? I've been watching her a lot lately. And because she kept popping up on TikTok and she was saying some shit that I already feel like deep in my spirit, but I'm normally scared to say. So she was saying it with such conviction. I was like, I gotta follow this. You know what I'm saying? So also she's giving me you know, the girl on girl vibes that I like. So, you know, if she ever wants to collaborate, I'm open. So anyway, I'm sorry. I like her energy. So Fat Boy was talking about how he saw the medium situation as a big help because he needed to let go of things that he holds on to that gives him a lot of stress. But later on, when he was talking about the things that he needed to let go of, he was talking about the demon inside of him. And that instantly made me think about Princella Clark and how she says all of the niggas are you know, the same on the inside. They're fighting it, various levels of fighting it off. But there's a demon in all of the niggas. 99% of the niggas, okay? I really believe Lyric is like that 1% that's not, but we're still developing. I'm just saying, okay? But I absolutely, you know what I'm saying? I be checking in with him, you know what I'm saying? We have conversations. I be looking at him like, okay, now you know you can make a choice in this situation, right? You have a choice of what type of man you really want to be on the inside. So, you know, you can make that decision for yourself. Don't tell me what I want to hear, okay? But when she talks about how they all have that on the inside, and Tyreek was talking about that, I was like, damn, if she didn't call that shit out, she been saying that in almost all the videos I've been watching. And that was one of the things I heard from Tyreek that really popped out. Even Jock was like, did this nigga need an exorcism or a couples retreat? Okay? But nobody said nothing about the devil. He said a demon. Okay? He said a demon and evil thoughts. Evil thoughts. Why do you think he talks to his girl the way he does? Apollo, another one, always holding it in, pushing it down, because they know it's not acceptable for everybody to see it, but it's in there, you know? And I feel like there are varying degrees to that shit. Okay? So I definitely like thought about her when he said that. Because I was like, yeah, that's why you treat that girl the way you do. And I do hope that you are better at some points. But it definitely was given that you often are mean to Tiana, like I told y'all, because you know that she wouldn't be with you if you didn't have money like that. Like, that's what you feel. I don't think that's necessarily true. But I feel like you know that on some level and you're angry about it. You're angry about a lot of shit and you act out towards her. You are mean towards her. You say fucked up things to her. Like you purposefully try to be petty and hurt her because on the inside you resent her. And you know you can't be honest and say you resent her because it shows that you're weak and you don't want to show that you're weak. Even though the things that you do, not being able to control your dick, not being able to communicate adequately with her, not being able to not gamble away all your money still shows us that you're weak. But you think if you don't say it, then we can't see it. But you still showing us that you weak. Now, you can make a decision and be different, but you have to make a decision and be different. You can't keep doing the same thing. And then when people point it out to you, you want to talk about how I need to make these changes. I need to do these things, and you never really do them. But you know, we're going to hope that everybody really does try to like work on themselves and become better people, at least for the motherfuckers they in relationships with, who have to deal with them in such close proximity all the damn time. Let me see. What else happened? Apollo and Breezy. Okay, so Apollo starts talking about how he feels like a lot of people will come to him with their problems and he'll feel drained. And to me, I felt like what he was saying might have been one thing, but it was kind of tacked on to Breezy feeling that same way. But to me, I feel like Breezy is actually often being helpful, often trying to heal, trying to comfort. I don't see Apollo doing that same thing. To me, I feel like what Apollo is saying is, I don't have it to give any fucking way. And Shireen comes to me needing from me what I cannot give her. So whenever I pretend as if it's something I can give her, I'm then tired after because I'm having to pretend as if what she's asking me, I can give that to her, and I can't really give it to her. But I won't be honest and tell her that because it makes me look weak. But then I really am weak because I know this woman is looking up to me for leadership, and I know that I really can't lead her in every way, but I'm going to still tell her that. I'm going to lie to her. That's some weak shit. So it's funny, like a lot of the ways that the men try to protect their weaknesses, they end up showing it in the way that they treat the women and the people around them. Breezy is somebody that's constantly giving of herself. Her feeling tired after people coming to her is because she's actively been picking up their shit all day, every day. And also she's an empath. So when she comes into contact with people, just talking to them and being sincerely open spiritually and mentally and emotionally to a person, they will then feel comfortable. They only realize it to unload on you in some way. And I know this because it happens to me all the time, which is why I love spending time alone. It's why I don't like always being around people. Like we have some events going on this week because of Essence and everything. I've spent so much time by myself these past 2 weeks. I'm ready to be around other people. But see, after Essence and all of that, I'm probably going to need some more time of being by myself again to recharge and make sure that I am not allowing other people's energies to wreak havoc on my boundaries. Because it's very easy when you're just open to people. But yeah, it's very draining. So she's going to have to learn her boundaries and how to protect herself moving forward, seeing that is who she is. And Jen was like, your ancestors are calling you to do more. So you're going to have to dig deep to handle your shit first so that you can help other people. I also identify with that heavily. Because I do feel like every time I've learned something about myself, about my own experiences, or from watching my people, you know what I'm saying? Watching people's lives as I've grown up, paying attention, looking at patterns, looking at how this started, what was going on here. Now look at it now that somebody's older. You know what I'm saying? I've been paying attention to those things. So now that I'm at this point in my life, everything I've collected, I can now use in what I do. It makes me even better at what I do. So that's why I'm like, yeah, she gonna have to do, and then you're constantly doing work on yourself. It's not like you can ever just be done working on yourself. As long as you're alive, You're going to have to be learning, figuring more stuff out about yourself, about other people, all of that. So you're definitely going to have to be in a space of when you are healing other people, you are helping other people heal, to go back and give it back to yourself first. We don't have a Ooh Ladies First panel tonight, y'all. We usually take the last week of the month off. So we don't have a show tonight, but we'll be back next week on Niecy's channel. Niecy's channel. We're out of order, and that messed me up. But it's Niecy, me, then Jamie, and we'll start back up next week. So they have to do vows, and Breezy has to go back to LA. So her and Chris are leaving early. Everybody talks to them about how, you know, amazing they are. And another thing that Jen picked up on was Breezy's pain in her stomach, and it coming from the relationship with her mother. I was like, damn. Right before, y'all, tell y'all no lie, I got a reading that said, I'm about to like shift and change. Something's about to happen. But before that thing can happen, I have to heal my mother wound. Now, for me, I got a good relationship with my old girl. So I'm not thinking I need to heal anything from my relationship with my mama. Because me and my mama are good. And that's always been my girl. Okay? Like, me and my mom have a friendship. And my mom has always like been able to talk to me and level with me. And because of that, we've always kind of found a way to grow closer throughout the years, even when things have taken us apart. My dad's death did a number on us. Okay. Me liking women did a number on us. Okay. But now that we're in this space, we relate to each other so much more on so many different levels, right? But there was a time where I didn't realize I had an issue with her. And I had to deal with my issue with her that I didn't even know I had. And once I started to unpack it and pull it all back, I was actually able to look at myself for fucking real, like as a little girl. And as a little girl that felt like she needed to defend this grown woman. And this grown woman in her abusive situation disassociated to protect herself. But in disassociating, she left me to fend for myself emotionally in our abuse. In our collective abuse, we had a mutual understanding, but because she's the mother and because she's dealing with it on a different level and she feels like she needs to protect me from certain things, but she's not really protecting me from them. So she disassociates, and that leaves me to deal with it on my own. Even in the house, in the space, with them both, I have to deal with all of my pain, all of my fear, and some of yours too, by myself. And what my mom did, because my mom is an empathic person, because my mom is like the super healing person and all of that she is, she would give me things to help me find it on my own, because there were times when she couldn't give it to me. My mama gave me Iyanla books. My mama read all of the spiritual self-help books. She didn't just go to church, but she also sought to find peace for herself. And then after she read the book, she'd give me the book, so then I could find it for myself. And that did happen. Over the years, I would then start to seek out and find my inner improvement on my own. At one point, my mom was the person I called when I was having anxiety or stressed out. After time went on, I had to stop doing that. And I had to start to learn how to self-soothe right as I'm getting into my 30s. Late 20s, early 30s, I'm really getting into the space of detaching from her emotionally. And it was because I was mad at her on some level that I didn't realize I was, until I started to look at that I had an issue with her. Somebody had to tell me that, because I did not recognize that I had an issue with her. But then once I saw it, I could see how it was affecting my relationships. I didn't trust any of the women that I was in relationships with. I didn't. I had great relationships with some of the women that I was in relationships with. They took great care of me. They loved me, but they were still abusive towards me. I still gave more than they gave in some respects. Like, I still was doing the toxic traumatic response shit in those relationships too, because I can't trust you neither. Now my daddy, even though physically I had to worry about you popping off on me, you were up front. So I could see you straight on, which meant I understood you clearer because you were straight up. Whereas my mom, because she had to dissociate, she couldn't be as upfront. So I had to dig deeper for that healing. Whereas what I needed to heal from my dad was very cut and dry. You see what I'm saying? So I was aware of who he was. So I was able to kind of get past that quickly. But because I really couldn't see my mom clearly at first, I couldn't understand her decisions. Even when I was mad at her, I couldn't see it clearly. And it wasn't until I've gotten to this recent point where it's like, now I can see, even though I wish you would have handled this slightly different at this moment or at this moment. Yeah, we can say all of that. But when I look at it and I look at your circumstance, I still feel like out of your options, you felt you took the best option. And when I look around the world, you probably did. For that moment in that time, you probably did make the best decision that you could make in that moment. And I still have to deal with my traumatic experiences because of it. And we can be real about that. But it doesn't change anything unless I decide now I'm going to stop responding because of my trauma. I'm going to be cognizant of when I'm doing things because of my trauma, like people pleasing. One little comment going around over and over and over in my head because I had to constantly be trying to prove something to people. So to my daddy, prove something constantly. So now if one person ain't happy with me, it fucks me up because I was so used to that dynamic. I got to make this one person happy that I can never make happy. So now every bad comment is that one person I can never make happy. Well, now I do this. So now I can't let all of you random motherfuckers spin around in my head like that. So now I have to start working against my trauma response, which makes me stronger as a woman, which makes me stronger as a person, which makes me stronger in what I'm doing, which can get me to the place where I can deal with the thousands of people coming from Tasha's page talking shit to me. See what I'm saying? So it all happens for your good, even the bad. It all happens for your good, but you have to look at it that way so that you can see it from that perspective. All right. So I'm going to end couples retreat right there because, you know, everybody had their little, oh, we're happy. We're good. We're better now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got that, girl. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Hold on. Jalen proposed to Fallon. I don't think AJ was happy with that decision. I think they were crying because Fallon was being honest when she, first of all, Fallon released Simon. Jalen was upset about that, but he had to be talked off the ledge. At the end of the day, you have to accept this, what she needed to let go of, and give her the space to do that and not make it about you. And that's what Tony had to talk to him about. So they resolved that issue. He then comes and proposes to her. She says yes. But to me, him proposing to her was something he was doing because she apologized to him. Because she apologized to him for talking to him badly and for allowing her pain from her previous relationships to affect the way she treated him. He then felt like, well, now that she's giving me the apology, I can give her what she wants, which is the engagement. Well, at the end of the day, no. If that's not what you want, if that's not what you can do right now, don't offer that to her as a thank you, because that's not equal. It's not okay. It's not right. I don't think he should have did that. Now, we found out later on that they ended up breaking up. I don't know what's going on in their relationship right now, but we heard a while ago, engagement ended, relationship ended. And I feel like it needed to, because he's too young. He needs to grow more, and she needs to grow more, and she needs to be responsible for herself and stop seeking her happiness in a relationship. So they didn't need to be together, but she did need to apologize to him. She did. But that's it, y'all. That's all I had on them. Yeah. That's all I had on them. All right. So the loves in the hip hop Atlanta. Let's go ahead and jump into that. Make sure y'all like the video, share the video. Matter of fact, let me take a vocal rest while y'all like this video. All right, y'all. So Carly and Rennie Rucci are friends now. I didn't know they were friends, girl, but okay. Carly has infiltrated Rennie's life since her mother passed away. Carly says her grandma died recently, but she says it like she just threw it out there and then flips it. And then Spice was in the hospital. She said it like she ain't really like her grandmother like that, but that she just wanted to invoke sympathy in that moment. But I could be wrong, girl. I'm just saying it's what I picked up on. So, she ran to Spice's side when she found out she was in the hospital. And now Spice is home and ignoring her. The last time they were together before the surgery, Spice wasn't happy with Carly. Carly threw her a party and then went around Jamaica telling everybody she spent $30,000 on this party. And Spice didn't like that shit. She's giving her time and not taking it personal. That's what Carly says. Rashida is mad at Carly as well. A lot of the other girls, Erica Mena, a lot of them, because they wanted to find out what was going on with Spice. Carly was the only one that was there with the family and was refusing to give anybody information on Spice, whereabouts, her health, anything. So Rashida's mad at her right now as well. She says the family said not to say anything. I didn't want to be messy. You could be messy when it's about who somebody fucking. When somebody is in a hospital, that's not messy. Like, you sound crazy. Anyway, Rennie says that she heard Erica Banks was also around. Y'all know Baby Banks, Baby Hair Banks was out there. Baby Bang Banks is out there. I'm gonna start calling her Baby Bang Banks, because if her damn baby hair don't touch her eyebrow, bitch, I don't know nothing. That is not baby hair. That's baby bangs, bitch. It's baby bangs that you gelled to your forehead and to your eyebrows. Okay, so yes. Baby Bang Banks is around Rennie Rucci. Girl, when Rennie Rucci said the reason why her and Baby Bang Banks ain't getting along no more is because them hoes was in each other DMs and started kitty clicking. And then all of a sudden, Baby Bang Banks went ahead and unfollowed and blocked Rennie Rucci. And Rennie Rucci don't know why. See, Rennie Rucci, you know why. You lying, bitch. You know why. Okay? Tell us the truth. But Erica, we heard that you and, Chaotic trying to make it, seem like y'all relationship on some real shit. Letting that nigga nut off inside you raw. I mean, I guess, girl, if you want a baby by Chaotic, girl, do your thing. She said she don't want a baby. She out there swallowing and playing B pills like they annihilators. Okay? Thank you, I'm a gift. Thank you, I'm a gift, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. So yeah, y'all. Rennie Rucci and Baby Bang Banks was kitty clicking. And I need the backstory, goddamn it. I need the backstory. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just kind of like, you mean to tell me y'all hoes kitty clicked and y'all didn't do it for no nigga? Like, was it? Because I feel like they the type of girls that only kitty click for a nigga. So what nigga was in the room when y'all decided to kitty click? I need to know the backstory, okay? I need to know why you and Baby Bang Banks is on the outs after y'all, slurped up on each other and stuff. I need more information. It's because of finesse 2 times. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Please tell me that slow-looking young man has nothing to do with this. Girl, I be looking at him and all the girls around him like just a whole bunch of short yellow bus people. It's okay. Everybody needs their crew. Everybody needs the group that they fit into well. Okay? And that's fine. Erica had a girlfriend before. Erica likes pretty women and ugly men. Child. Erica was with him and Rennie was flirting with him. So y'all didn't hunch before, and Erica was with that. Are y'all serious? She was really with the finesse 2 times, dude? Child, please don't say pound sound. Please don't. I don't want nobody bringing up that girl in my comment. I hate that song. I hate that song, y'all. I hate it. Like, you know that finesse 2 times look like short yellow bus. And any woman that's following behind short yellow bus is short yellow bus with him. What are y'all even talking about? So I'm definitely looking at Baby Bang Banks and Rennie Rucci. Like, if y'all was trying to hunch on finesse 2 times, everybody is giving short yellow bus. And I am now only going to take anything y'all say with a grain of salt. Like, that is insane. Y'all was attracted to him. You could tell when the young ladies don't be having their self-worth like they supposed to, girl. Ooh. You could tell when the young girls do not have the self-worth that they supposed to have, girl. Because there ain't no way. Ain't no way. It ain't even fun. It ain't even that he ugly. It's short yellow bus-ish. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's so unfortunate. I'm reading these comments. My friend's sister was messing with him. Do y'all need dick that bad? I don't know, girl. I guess. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just in a different time in my life, girl, because I ain't never in my fucking life wanted no short yellow bus. I'm just saying. So y'all, let's move on. Amy and her mom have been working on her Pretty Kitty brand relaunch because, you know, she wants y'all to make sure that those hairless kitties are as smooth as eggs, okay? Her sisters were supposed to help, but they mad because her mom has been putting more effort into Amy's businesses than her sister's businesses. And so now they feel like, oh, since mama won't come and help you and she don't want to help us, then you don't need our help, which is the most backwards shit I've ever heard. Like, so you're not gonna help me because you're mad that mom's helping me, but if mom wasn't helping me, then you would help me? What? Yeah, Amy, it sounds like you need to stop being cheap and hire some damn employees that don't get to tell you they not coming to work. Because this don't make no sense. I understand everybody want to build a business with their families, but what we have learned is a lot of y'all are not capable of being, you know, a part of something together. Like, that's just what it's given. It is given a lot of the times. You just need to do your own thing. I hate it. I hate it that we can't come together, girl. But until y'all stop being jealous over who's getting more of mommy's attention, y'all just gonna have to fend for yourselves and hire other people to work for y'all. I was just like, girl, what is going on? Everybody needs therapy. But either way, Amy called Chaotic to come and help her because she knows that he's the peen that she can always depend on. So he comes in thinking that he about to play with some kitty, and then he saw her mama and wanted to watch her mama walk away. And I was just like, Chaotic is gonna continue to make me dislike him when I want to like him, isn't he? He is. Anyway, her sisters, I said that part. Okay, so the sisters meet up, right? It's 2 of the sisters. I don't know their names. Don't ask me to know their names. There's a little quiet one that's in between, and there's one sitting at the end of the table that's giving, I'm the older sister, and I'm tired of y'all playing in my face. Okay? And that's basically what she said. She was like, I am tired of mom putting more effort into your businesses, Amy, than she does into ours. I had a tattoo shop opening. She was there for 30 minutes. You called and then she went running. She couldn't even stay and support my business. Now, at the end of the day, I feel like that's a valid complaint. That's a valid complaint. And I feel like y'all want the other sisters to help Amy's dream. Y'all want the mama to help Amy's dream, but nobody wants to help to pour back into the other sister's dreams. And Amy, the reasoning behind not supporting her sister is because when mama gave us our bulk of money, y'all used it to go shopping and go on vacation, and I put mine into businesses, and so my businesses are more successful. So since my businesses are more successful, mom is pouring more into me. So that means you need to work harder in order for mom to show you the same support. Amy, you're wrong. And this is why you shouldn't mix these things. Because at the end of the day, it sounded like what your sisters was asking for was real support from their mother, not equal support from everybody's manager. And the fact that you think your smart decisions with money means that you should be more entitled to your mother's time than your other sisters is another fucked up idea to me. I'm sorry. They don't have to work harder for their mother's support and affection and attention. No, they don't. They don't have to make more money than you in order for her to support them the way she supports you. That's weird as fuck that you think the relationship between you, your sisters, and your mama needs to always be transactional. That's weird as fuck. And if I was the older sister, I would take myself out of this whole business dynamic with y'all. Okay, I'm not going to support you. You don't want to support my businesses? Like the girl came out with a tattoo shop and you talking about what she did with the money years ago. What the fuck that got to do with the tattoo shop I just opened up? That was business. That was me making money. And now you telling me that I need to work harder so our mom can support my shit too? And I do enjoy the fact that the sisters at one point weren't even talking to her and honestly would keep disregarding her and speaking directly to the mama. The older sister, Amy, was running her mouth and the sister was just like ignoring her and talking to the mama specifically. Like, but ma, you got your head up Amy's ass, and that was disrespectful. But if she felt like that was the truth, it is what it is. So they both say that they no longer want to work for Amy and they're going to focus on their own things. But the little quieter one, Amy kind of muscled her a bit. You going to do that to me? When I got this stuff about my whole relaunch about to happen, you going to do that to me right now? She was like, I'm asleep on it. And I'm going to tell you this. They plan to drop out on her when she needed them to prove a point. The older sister was sticking to her guns. The middle sister or younger sister, whatever, is like, being pulled in both directions, which means she's probably going to work with Amy until after the relaunch. And if Amy can manipulate her into staying on longer, then she won't break away. But the other sister said, fuck y'all, and I'm out. And in all honesty, I'm not mad at her about it. I'm not mad at her about it at all. Focus on yourself, sis. Focus on your tattoo shop. Stop looking for, if your mother does not want to support you in the way that you need her to support you, stop looking for that support from her. You communicated how you felt. Now you need to make peace with the fact that she may never show up for you the way she's showing up for Amy. And if that's the case, then you need to decide how you're going to handle it moving forward. And stick to that. That's all. But stop expecting, begging, arguing with people so that they can change. When really, most of the time, the only thing that will really make people change, the only thing that will really teach people the lesson is for you to withdraw your energy. For you to withdraw your energy from them. Easier to be at peace when you don't have a whole bunch of other motherfuckers obstructing your peace. Love you from afar, baby. Love you from afar. Okay? So Jessica White. You guys, why does Jessica White want us to believe she's a singer? Have y'all ever heard Jessica White sing? Let me see. Okay. I'm on YouTube, y'all. And I put in Jessica White sings. And as I look, excuse me, the only thing I can see about Jessica White on these internets is her being on Wild 'N Out, her talking about Nick Cannon, and her being a model, Maybelline. That's what I see, an ad for Maybelline. That's the only thing that I see. So that tells me, Jessica, you do not want to sing. You want to write a book. So go write a damn book, bitch. Go write a book. I was just like, girl, why do you want to sing? So she got her manager take her to a producer. The producer is a toxic male. She says that she was in a relationship and he wasted her time. This man with his sunglasses on and his weird nigga energy says it wasn't a waste. Sir, if she said it was a waste, it was a fucking waste. I can't stand when a woman says something and a man responds to what she said as if he knows better than her what was a waste of her time. How the fuck you gonna tell her what's a waste of her time? That doesn't even make sense to me. But you seem to believe that because she has some nigga to cry about on a record, that means it was worth it. That means it wasn't a waste of her time. That means it's almost okay what he did because it gave her some material to cry about on this record. Correct? Boy, go to hell. She says that she wants some more sexually liberating fun music. When she was talking about sexually liberated music, she was talking about what Janelle Monáe is over there doing. No, not the same nigga. I think I done changed, nigga. Used to walk in the room, head down, now I float. Float on them and float on them and float. They hating on my goose down to my goat. Okay? Listen, I just love. Okay, listen, y'all, that album is everything. I love that album. Okay, that's what we talking about when we talking about sexual liberation. Okay, yeah, I'm bi. I'm on a whole nother coast. Okay, what she said? I got a girl that stay in Atlanta and a boy that stay in LA. I be out here doing the most. Like what? That's sexual liberation. Talking about what I want to talk about. Sexual liberation is not you telling me that you wrote a song with a girl saying put it in her mouth, put it in your mouth. I'm sorry, y'all. Those are male generated lyrics that are supposed to be like for women to rap to men, but it sounds like the way men like to rap to women. So it's missing the female writing standpoint. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I miss Meg. And I'm all here for the girls wiping their pussy on a nigga forehead. Like, okay? Listen. If you want to wipe your pussy on that nigga forehead, I see no issues or problems with it. Everybody's consenting adults. Okay? But you writing a song as a man about telling somebody to put it in their mouth, and then proceeding to ask Jessica White, who can barely sing, to mouth that. She was like, no, I would find out another way to say it. And he was actually somebody else. He didn't want to turn that terrible. The song was whack. First of all, the song was fucking whack. Period. Besides the lyrics, the song was whack. The guy in the gray came and turned the shit off. He was like, I think we've heard enough. Because the other dude didn't want to turn the track off. It was trash. We're not interested. That's a nice try, though, nigga. That's why you can't listen to men when it comes to them telling you what's sexually liberating for a woman. Motherfucker, you can't liberate me. You are my oppressor. You can't liberate me if your whole point is to oppress me. You also can't write liberating music for a woman, specifically in a space of sexual liberation, because you don't know anything about that. You don't know anything about that. You don't need to be sexually liberated. You're going to get your nut. Without a doubt. You're going to get your nut. She the one that's having sex, going to Pound Town and don't know what the fuck an orgasm is. I know more women. Matter of fact, I don't know a nigga that's having sex that's not going to end in gratification for him. I know so many women that have sex and there's no real gratification, meaning that, yeah, he got you up here, so his Pound Town feel good to you. But did your ass orgasm. Okay. All right. All right. That's why I don't want to hear about what can be put in mouths and all of that from you, sir. They use you like fleshlight. Child, listen, me and Erica be on the same page with that one, girl. Listen, if you're not getting your nut, you are being used to masturbate this nigga's body. Okay? Then her manager takes her to see Tidra Moses, which I appreciated because now I'm gonna put you in front of a woman that's in her power as an artist, so she can show you how to be in your power as an artist. But I don't. It's something about Jessica that annoys me. You sent me her only song. All right, I'm gonna check it out later. The thing that aggravated me about Jessica was when Jessica was like, but are they going to give me a chance to prove myself? And I was just like, girl, who the fuck are you acting for? You either going to make the music or you not going to make the music. You a model. You a model. So you got your way of making your money. So make the music or don't make the music. But who the fuck cares what they think or if they going to let you? No, this is the age of social media. Make the music, put the music out. That's it. You got the money to pay for the studio time because you're a model. Do what you gotta do. Make the music. But that lets you know that you acting. It ain't really real for you. Girl, you don't even look like you can sing. Get out of here with that. So Tidra tells her that they have no power to stop you and that your fight is within yourself. I said, Tidra knows who she is. Okay? Tidra knows who she is. Okay, listen, done by me on me. Okay, listen. I have a troll in here. I ain't got no moderators. Child, listen, if there's a troll in the chat, where are my moderators, Jesus? I ain't got no moderators in here. Okay, anyway, Shekinah comes over and then, wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm skipping something. Rashida goes to see Spice, who tells her about how Carly wasn't letting them know what was going on with Spice when she was in the hospital. Then people are coming to Spice telling her Carly was going all around the island of fucking Montego Bay, telling everybody she spent $30,000 on a birthday party for Spice. Come to find out, bitch, you only spent $1,000. Stop fronting on me. Okay, so now Spice is looking at Carly differently. Now she's seeing the Carly that everybody was telling her about. And I'm just kind of like, girl, you gave Carly way too much space and energy in your life, period. And if you would have kept your boundaries with her, maybe you would not have gotten into that situation. Okay? Spice says that Carly submitted the song that they did together to the Grammys through Meta, but she didn't tell her. Meta told her. So Spice is feeling like you're doing a lot of underhanded, sneaky shit. So then Shekinah comes over. And then soon as Shekinah comes inside and they start talking, here come Carly come knocking at the door. Single black female. Crazy as fuck. Okay? Got that weird look on her face, the doe eyes and the high voice and acting as if she has no clue what the fuck is going on. Apparently she's moved across the street in a cul-de-sac. And it's very important that I say that. Because if you move across the street from somebody in a cul-de-sac, that means technically it's not even across the street because y'all on the same side of the damn street. Y'all know how the cul-de-sac go, right? She bought this house after her and Spice had already talked about it. And Spice said, don't buy that house. I need to have my own space. And I don't want you living that close to me. Carly had the lady who she bought the house from sign an NDA so she could not tell Spice about her buying the house. Now she's popping up at Spice's house with her daughter, Jasmine, talking about Jasmine is pregnant. Now she knows that Spice loves Jasmine. So Spice is happy to see Jasmine. Oh my God, you're pregnant, love. But at the same time, you know she don't see it for you right now, Carly. So you come in here with your daughter as a way to manipulate her into letting you in. But Spice said, go ahead inside and get something to drink, Jasmine, and then goes outside to talk to Carly and tells Carly, bitch, I told you not to buy that house. Why would you do it? I thought you would be happy. And then Spice goes back inside, close the door, and Carly's just standing outside with that dumbass look on her face like a lunatic. yeah. I know y'all want us to think that Carly is really being crazy and Spice is really scared of Carly turning into single black female, but it's really given y'all are creating a Tubi movie like storyline on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta right now, is what it's given. Carly's been acting. Carly's been acting very well. It's giving we're acting. It's giving we're acting, grown ass daughter, talking about, she's going to be over there and I'm going to be out of town. So can you just make sure you help her if she needs anything? Using your daughter as a way to invoke sympathy from Spice. Spice don't want to deal with you. So if you link yourself to your daughter, now anything she wants to do for your daughter, she's also going to have to be dealing with you. Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky, Carly. That's why you got to be able to be like, Jasmine, baby, I love you, but I'm not fucking with your mama right now. So if you're going to come by, please don't bring her with you. Thank you. All right? Good day. And call before you come. If you ever think that you can just walk over here and ring on my doorbell, I'm going to curse you out in Jamaican. Okay? Raskat bumbaklat ras. Okay? Suck your mother. All of that shit. Okay? Specifically because I don't like your mother. Okay? So then Spice leaves aggravated and goes to see all these dancers that she's auditioning for her show because she can't do her same show that she would normally do because of what she's done to her body. So now she needs people to fill in for her. But I don't like the way she had all them girls do all of that shit. And then at the end of it was like, I need to get back to where I was so that I can put on a show that my fans really want. And it's like, oh, so you can't have these young girls come out and bang their bodies all over the fucking place in your, space and still put on a good show? You can't do that? I just kind of felt like you're not the only one that, can bang their ass against the concrete and make the people go wild. They're there for your music. So in all honesty, Spice, all you got to do is stand there and scream and do a little some of that. But we would really appreciate it if Grace would not throw her body up against anything, considering the fact that she has now been stitched up like a fucking doll. Okay? You have been stitched up like a rag doll, Grace. So do us a favor and please preserve your body parts above everything. Because it really pisses me off that now you want to talk about your stage show when you should have been thinking about that before you went and fucked with your body. Because if you had been listening to my ass, because I've been reviewing this show and y'all hoes act like y'all don't see me, even though I'm always telling y'all, stop playing. If you really perform and you really dance, don't go and get no surgery to your fucking body because it is going to make it harder for you to bend it and bust it like you once did. I've been saying that. I saw her lift her leg up at the BET Awards. I didn't see her fall down into a split the way I've seen her do before. I've also seen her, jump off something and jump on top of a nigga and all of that type of stuff. Y'all know the Jamaicans like to damn near break a pelvis bone trying to prove that they real severe when it comes to the dance fucking that they like to do. Okay? But I'm like real annoyed at her that she even did that in the first place. But I'm glad it worked out for her. I know she gonna have to be careful. You gonna have to be careful, Spice, because your body is already aging, and now you didn't cut into it and shit, so your ass can look weird when you already had a big ass. And now we gotta be worried for you every time you throw your leg up. She did it. Well, she's had a long time to heal, but I would very much still be scared every time she would do it. That one day she would do it land wrong, and then all of a sudden the last stitch, like it's sad. It's sad. You want to be a dancer, you want to perform, you want to use your body to entertain people, do us a favor. Don't do no unnecessary damage to it for the look of it when you need it to actually fucking function. Okay? Okay? All right. So Spice takes this time after the dancers leave to tell Shekinah and Rashida what she found out from Carly about her buying a house across from the cul-de-sac. So Shekinah and Carly, so Spice, I don't know why I put Shekinah. So Spice and Carly meet up so that they can talk. Hey, sister, don't call me that, Carly, because you're going to make me upset. Don't do the fake shit, Carly, okay? Why didn't you tell me about the Grammy? Why did you lie to me about buying the house? Why are you going around telling everybody you spent $30,000 on a birthday party for me that I didn't ask you to do? Why? Okay, y'all, I love when Spice real get heavy in her accent. I love it. I'm gonna have to get that shit packed. Okay. Carly is like, I didn't know you would be upset. I didn't know you would be upset. I thought you would be happy. Why would you think I would be happy when I already verbally explained to you I didn't want you moving into the house across the cul-de-sac from me, bitch? Why would I be happy about that? Don't make no goddamn sense. You just like these because you're not listening. That's how you know everything you do is for manipulation. She just like Marlo. She just better at it. I'm going to do shit for you. I'm going to extend myself to you. I'm going to infiltrate your life and make you think I'm the best friend you could ever have. Also that I can use you. And I can suck off you like a goddamn leech. That's what she did. That's what she did to her. Got that song out of her and everything. She played long game on Spice. And now Spice is just now figuring out that she's been used by crackhead Carly Red. Child, she ain't gonna hit me. She blocked me years ago because we was calling her crackhead Carly Red, but she always acting fucking crazy. I feel like you wouldn't spit on us if me and Jasmine were on fire. Another manipulation. Why are you bringing Jasmine into this? I'm talking to you. What should you bring? You bringing your daughter in it so that you can invoke sympathy from me. Oh, so I'm not gonna tell you to kiss my ass because you mentioned Jasmine. Now you're gonna have me telling you and your daughter to kiss my ass because you're trying to use her to get closer to me, and I ain't gonna have it. Spice get up and walk out because she tired of her with this foolishness. All this, you wouldn't spit on us, and I'm sorry, and I did everything I could. Like all of this fake shit that she doing right now. I'm not gonna do the fake shit with you, Carly. So she get up and she walk out. Carly then follows me on, Spice, you're the only friend I have. I don't have anybody. You're the only one. Now you're more so invoking sympathy, right? Feel bad for me. Feel bad for me. I know I've lied to you. I know I've deceived you. I know I haven't listened to you. I know I've manipulated you. But please feel sorry for me right now. Feel bad for me right now. Grace, wait. It's all lies. It was the same fake tears she did on that scene. It's all lies. Where's Jasmine's baby daddy? Child, Jasmine, let me tell you something. I'm sorry, y'all. If the baby daddy not around, I don't know why you asking about him. She got her mama. She got her mama. Hopefully, Carly's mom is also a part of the village. All Jasmine need is, some good, dependable family members that are women that will help her with her baby, and some good girlfriends that she can do shit with who also have kids so that they can help each other. You need a village. You don't need some stupid ass little boy that don't want to be responsible for this baby in the first fucking place, trying to act and pretend like he's gonna do what's required when he gonna be there for 5 minutes, it's gonna get hard, and then he gonna up and fucking disappear. I'm sorry, y'all. If there's one thing I've heard, stop trying to force people to be who they are not. Accept them for where they are and move accordingly. Be real with yourself. Because if the daddy ain't there, he probably ain't there. She living with her mama, he probably ain't there. And that's for the best. Anybody got time for that? Did Amy and Chaotic happen in this episode or the last one? What do you mean? What do you mean, did they happen? What does that mean? You mean, did they hunch? They didn't hunch this episode, but they have a history. They have a fuck buddy thing going on. We're friends. We're cool. I think Chaotic is the type of man that is smart enough to recognize when a woman is of benefit to him on several levels. And Amy is the type of woman to know that I see this nigga for who he is. He'll help me when I need him. He'll come and fuck me when I need it. And then he can go on about his way because I don't want him to stick around forever because he's going to suck me in my life like that last nigga did. So I don't want him around all the time. I just need somebody I can call every now and again for the dig out or to pick up something heavy. And every now and then he might need a business idea or some help with business. He may need some encouragement from a woman. He may need a nice warm, hot cooked meal or something like that, and I cooked and I call him, hey, nigga, I cooked. You want to come over and fuck? He come over, he eat, they fuck. Maybe help her build a shelf, go on about his way. Honestly, it's not a bad situation that they have going on as long as everybody can keep their egos in check. And it seemed like she don't care if he got other people, and he ain't worrying about if she got other people. So yeah, they seem like they got just like a little cute little fuck buddy situation going on. Now, how that's gonna play once Baby Bang Banks and him start to really link up, I don't know. Yeah, no, I know he's with her now. I know he's with her now. And she over there looking like, I know I'm being stupid, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Baby Bang Banks was online in the middle of an interview, and the interviewer asked her about him and birth control. And then he comes into the interview, and she was just kind of like, yeah, all right. Yeah, we fucking or whatever. Yeah, all right. Get out of my interview. All right. I'm going to see you over there later. All right. So that's what it was given. That's what it was given. It was given, I know that I'm probably fucking up by getting emotionally invested in this nigga, but I like what he giving me right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him put a wool over my eyes for the moment. I'm gonna enjoy it while I can enjoy it. I just hope she being real with herself. It looked like she was being real with herself. Let's see. Amy used to mess with Young Thug too. It was her best friend man at the time. Oh wow. Sharing dick. Honestly, I feel like most of these niggas is hoes anyway. Like, if he gonna fuck you and your friend, he's a hoe. Don't be mad at your friend. Okay? Don't fight over these hoes. The hoe is mine. First in line. Chaotic is now doing Erica Banks, who ain't letting him suck the kids he shoots. Y'all, I'm so glad you said, because I was like, what do you mean she's not letting you suck the kids out of her? So you want to suck your sperm out of her coochie? Is that what you're saying to us, Chaotic? Chaotic, a maintenance man. Oh, yes. Love a good maintenance man, especially a maintenance man that does well for himself, okay? A maintenance man that does well for himself doesn't need as much from you, because most women get them a maintenance man that's a homosexual, meaning that you want him to come and maintain the coochie or whatever you may need, but you don't want him around all the time. Niggas be feeling like, oh, I'm gonna be the maintenance man, I'm gonna get a place to stay. And it's like, nah, nigga, that's not the agreement. Okay? You need to have your own shit. You gotta have your own life going on. And okay, listen, I'm just your dildo. That's all I can be. Ain't even charge you. Let you fuck me for free. To keep it funky with you. I feel like you owe me. Girl, we ain't going steady. I thought you know me. We just be cool in it. Yeah, we ain't going steady. Come on when you wanna play, girl. You know I'm ready. Listen, we fucking around. You know better. It ain't like we go together. Don't do it. Y'all so stupid. She needs to add condoms to her plan B. To her. Oh yeah, because it was absolutely giving. You really over there just letting him shoot your club up with no protection, huh? As if you can trust him to wear condoms with the other women he's fucking. Oh wait, you think he's not fucking other women? Y'all be like fucking niggas for 2 minutes and then won't be in a monogamous relationship with them. And when they cheat on you, you act surprised. Stop pretending like you think these niggas gonna be monogamous to you. No. No loyalty into a ring, nigga. No loyalty into a ring. No loyalty until a ring, if that's what you want. But see the way y'all be, fucking falling and slipping into love and all of this bullshit y'all be talking about. So now you over there letting him shoot your club up and taking plan Bs and shit because you don't want to get stuck with a baby bomb. And you know why you don't want to get stuck with a baby bomb? We know why you don't want to get stuck with a baby bomb, because you don't trust that he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. Because most of these niggas who look like him don't. But you won't fuck him. And I get it. Raw sex is great. Child. That's why I'm married now. Okay. We like it raw as well. But you can't trust them. You can't trust them, girl. You can't. You better find you some better condoms. Better get you them condoms with the ridges in it or something. Don't fall for it. These niggas don't even know what love is. Child. Carly looks a mess while she was calling Pooh duck lips. Now look at her. Child. I talked about how bad she looked on Unwind with Tasha K. Thank you, Wavani Henry. Be back later for the playback. All right, girl. Well, I hope you enjoyed the playback because we to the end now because I'm done. I gotta go and get myself together because we got a little situation we going to tonight, and I don't even know what I'm gonna wear. But anyway, you guys, make sure y'all come back tomorrow because I am going to start doing my BondyBlue shows where I do one half is for everybody and the other half is for my members only. Okay, I'm about to run off the topics we're gonna talk about tomorrow to y'all. All right, so we're gonna talk about Madonna, we're gonna talk about Jackie O's doctor, Keisha Cole. Tia Maury says the divorce was the best gift she could have gave to her kids. We're gonna talk about Diddy. We're gonna talk about Jaden Smith telling everybody that Jada put them on mushrooms, sending more people to hate your mama for no reason. Sierra talks about her breakup with Eric. We're going to talk about that tomorrow as well. I wanted to save that for tomorrow because they weren't in the story this week. Trina not being pregnant, okay, because she had to tell us. And then Michelle Williams was on Robin and Giselle's podcast for some unknown reason and had to check them behind Beyonce. And then we're going to talk about Kim and Croy. So that's for everybody. Now, my members, people, are y'all here, members, people? Okay, because we're going to be talking tomorrow about DeVito cheating on his old lady. I think his old lady, I don't know who it was. I'm going to do my research on this one first. That's why I wanted to wait till tomorrow because I need to see who everybody is. But we're going to do us a conversation on DeVito, Casanova, Kodak Black, Erica Banks. We're going to talk about Pink, Amber Ali's diss track to Jocelyn Hernandez. We're going to talk about Jonathan Majors and how he may not be guilty, but I'm still on the fence. And we're going to talk about Trick Daddy defending JT and Neo's former mistress, who he impregnated 2 times, and her request for custody and child support. Okay, so, and I'll probably be adding some things to the list as well. We're going to try to keep both lives down to an hour and a half tops, because, y'all, I ain't going to be talking all day. Yes, no, listen, if there's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking learn and adapt. I ain't no dumb bitch, okay? I see something that works, I will adopt, okay? She gave me the game, I'm going to take it and run, okay? So, with that being said, I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I will be, cutting up some pieces of this video to disseminate amongst the masses. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all support me on all the other platforms. Follow me on Instagram at BondyBlue, Facebook, TikTok at BondyBlue, and follow me on Twitter. I'm on there too. All right. So love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one.